Well, hey, Plant Tribe. How's everybody doing this evening? Are you cold? I'm cold. Yeah. Because want to know why? Because it snowed here today for the first time. It is currently snowing outside. Am I happy about it? No. No. Not happy about it. So, I'm the type of person that really should have been born in, Florida or California. I get angry when I get cold. It's awful. I wouldn't want to leave Canada. But I really, really don't like the cold. So anyways, that's not why you came here today. You came here today because you want to see how I've set everything up for the winter and how I plan on getting through this frigidly freezing Canadian winter and still have plants come spring. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. It's kind of going to be like a mini plant tour, but not. Yeah, one of those. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around. Let's do it. Okay, so we're going to start at this side of the house. So this area might look a little bit familiar to you. So if you look, we're going to try this on a tripod and see how it goes. Might be a little jerky when I move. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So up here, oh, you can't see it. So I posted to some of you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, that I needed to get my lights above my plants up here instead of having them at the side because all the plants were growing towards the light instead of growing up nice and tall. And that was really annoying me. So this is the solution that I've come up with. So this is actually just a plant stand. I'll insert some actual pictures of what it looks like so you can see it a little closer. So this is what I come up with on this side. So I've put a plant stand here and I've actually clipped a grow light right to the top. So it does kind of come down on the top of all of these plants. So that's actually giving my plants on that top shelf a lot more light. Until I can find a better solution. Ideally, I'd like one of those track ones. Hold on. So sorry. Oh my God. Ideally, I'd like one of those track ones that has 3 lights that kind of point. That would be cool. And I think that would be ideal for that spot. As well as my racks that I will show you later. So if we move this way, come this way. Okay, so on this side that you can't really see, I'm gonna have to take this off the tripod. I didn't want to. Hold on. Okay, so if we look up here, we have my Lavoit, and that's not actually flashing. Let me just turn it off. So I love this thing. I know everybody and their dog has one of these, but the reason that they have one is because they are the bomb. So you have your on off, you have your mist level, hoping that's focusing okay. So this goes high, so it goes 1, 2, and 3. So it kind of gives you low being the 1, medium mist level being 2, 3 being the highest, and the output is higher. And then you've got your warm and cool setting. So the warm also has 1, 2, and 3, depending on how warm you would like your mist to be. You have the humidity setting. So that setting is for what you want to set your room temperature, or sorry, your room humidity at. So if you want your room to constantly be at 65% humidity, then you would set it at that and it will come on and off as needed, which is lovely. You also have a timer option, which I personally haven't used. Oh, wait, you know what? That's not true. I was leaving to go away for the evening, and I didn't want it running all night, but I did want it on for a little bit longer during the day. So I actually set that timer for 2 hours. So after 2 hours, the lights went off, the humidifier went off, and all is well. I didn't want to run it completely out of water and have it running with no water in it. So anyways, And then we have your auto on and off, so you can turn the auto on, and that will be what triggers your automatic humidity levels, so it comes on and off as needed. So there I have the other grow light, red greened to this decorative ladder that I think is intended for photos, but it's not being used for photos at all. But it is definitely working up here on the top for these plants, because whereas they were getting light from the sides before, they're now getting light from the tops. So they're growing much more straight up as opposed to sideways towards the light. Down here is a little bit of a challenge right now because, as you can see, I have put this little clamp light here because these shelves otherwise don't get much light at all. It is really, really dark there. And the only lights that I've seen, ideally I'd like strip lights on the tops of these, and that way I could even utilize the bottom shelves. But the only ones I've seen are only available on Amazon in the US, which doesn't help me all that much. So anyways, it just doesn't ship to Canada, which is a total bummer because they're the only ones I've seen, because I can find all kinds of like the pink and blue lights in that sort of style of what I'm looking for, but I want daylights, so daylight full spectrum bulbs or LEDs or whatever. It's just not happening for me, so the mission to find those continues. Okay, so over here on the top shelf, I have this 3-light gooseneck. If you've watched my grow light video, these probably look familiar. I swear by these things. They are amazing. They are obviously daylights, and yeah, they have worked so well. I definitely am looking at getting some more of these because they look really nice too. I mean, for the most part, I mean, as far as a grow light goes, I think it looks pretty good. It looks all right. Down on this next shelf, I do have a couple of plants that I am trying to strengthen the roots of, so I've had a blue light on them constantly. So I have my philodendron atabapoense, who is pushing out this crazy aerial root and a new leaf, which I'm super jazzed about. And then I have my philodendron pink princess, who is currently sitting in leca. So I'm going to turn that blue light back on. Okay. So if we mosey on over here, so on both sides of my television, I'm going to back up without tripping on things. I have a light on either side. Sorry about the lighting. So this light actually shines to about halfway over the way I have it positioned. And the same with this one on this side. So it does light up, you know, my syngonium, my clarinervium, and then they kind of both meet in the middle for my Birkin. So that's handy dandy. Here we have my Monstera adansonii, who is insane. I don't have any direct light right on him, but to be totally honest with you, they don't require high light. They actually don't like it. The edges of their leaves will start to yellow. So it's definitely something to watch out for. It does look a little brighter on him than it actually is, I think. So up here we have another clamp light. Eventually I would like to get lights on all of the tops of these shelves so that I don't have all these clamp lights. I don't mind them, but ideally I would like it to look a little more seamless, which it definitely does not right now. So that light is providing light to actually all 3 of those shelves, which is really, really nice. Yeah. So this is a little bit different than the last time you saw it. I have taken the second shelf that was at the top of my stairs and moved it over here for my Hoya and my cacti. So on the top here, I have all of my Hoya. Oh, no, focus. Are we gonna focus? There we go. So these guys are all up here, and they have this light, sorry, this light on them. So if I get back, you can kind of see what that looks like. I also try to keep this light on as much as possible. I have put grow lights in all of my lamps. So that one, this one, and that one. I don't know if it helps, but you know what? I figure like, I'm hoping every little bit helps. That's kind of the theory I'm running with. So down on this shelf, we have all of my cacti, my adorable little hedgehog, rainbow hedgehog cactus, my old lady, my ghost euphorbia, who looks green, but it's just the angle he's at. This guy, unfortunately, is not making it. I'm so sorry, little cacti. And then I just have a couple lithops and some Hoya in the back there. Down on this shelf, which does benefit from the two lights on either side, I do have a couple of Hoya, a little cacti garden, and then at the back there I've got my little baby Sansevieria and my agave. Okay. So this lamp right here, because it does have a grow light, please ignore that. I still haven't moved that darn anyways. So because this is a grow light right here, it is providing a lot of light to my Philodendron Brazil. So that's nice. This thing is doing quite well. He's trailing quite nicely, growing up that that macrame and looking awesome. Okay, on this side I also have a grow light in this lamp, and I have my little Hylia right there. We have a actually looks a lot darker than it is. My Philodendron Prince of Orange, who is down here beside this pumpkin that's still hanging out. And this, folks, is the newest. You have not seen this. So this is new. So this craziness is at the top of my stairs. So I used to have that little wooden kind of tiered shelf, which I do still have, and I will show you that. But this setup works a lot better for the winter. So if I get you in closer here, I'm gonna try not to blind you, but these are the lights that I have up here. I love them. They're super thin. They do provide a lot of light. I will link these below because they were a really great price. I think I paid like $38, $39 each Canadian for them, which if you've looked online for lights similar to that, typically you're paying up in the 80s, 90s, 100s, potentially more. And my plants seem to be really loving these. So this is kind of where we're at. I'm really liking these. I think I'm going to get a couple more so that I can kind of put them all the way along the top, maybe even all along the bottom. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided yet. But these are the plants that we've got going on in here. They are all doing really well. This Pink Princess has put out 2 new leaves since it's been here. I have my Varicosum melanochrysum, who is now putting out this awesome looking new leaf. I am so excited to see that guy unfurl. We have my Florida Ghost Mint. Focus. We have everybody's favorite, my Philodendron Florida Beauty, who just unfurled this awesome new leaf. You can see that. I can't really see it. I'm hoping you can see it because the light's kind of blinding me. We have some little cuttings of a string of hearts that I just put into soil, and I'm crossing my fingers. This guy might look familiar to you. This is a Pink Princess that I recently put in leca. So this is a project. He's actually feeling a little bit better. It's going to take him some time because he does have no roots. So we're working on that. We have my Syngonium rayi here. We have my Anthurium veitchii. And I'm gonna have to stand back to show you this guy because he's massive. So this is my Monstera Thai Constellation, and he is doing awesome. He is just putting out leaf after leaf. So this one here is his newest. It's gorgeous. It has 2 fenestrations, which I'm super happy about. Okay. Here is my Philodendron verrucosum, who just opened these 2 new leaves, this one and this one. And he's already working, let me see if I can focus. He's already working on another one there. And another one in there. Look at those petioles. Look how fuzzy. Can you see them? Hold on. Because this is like the cutest thing ever. Look at that. It's adorbs. Okay. Back here we have my Monstera albo. If I can focus. There he is. We have my Aglaonema pictum tricolor, who just keeps throwing leaves out. Turn this thing off. So he's got another new leaf on the way, which is super awesome. We have my Philodendron glorious. See if you can see that. Let me see if I can get a little bit more light. Hold on. I don't know if that's going to help or not. So this is my Philodendron glorious. He has a new leaf right there that is humongous. Yeah, this turned from like a here's my lighting and humidity setup to look at all my new leaves. That's okay. So right here we have this little Vicks humidifier. I've had this thing for quite some time now, and it has just kept on ticking. I think I paid maybe $30 for this thing, but it's wonderful. It goes all day long. It's obviously not the capacity of the Levoit, but it does really well. It does, you can set it from, you know, high to low and whatever. But it's been a great little humidifier. So if you're looking for something a little bit more cost effective, that's definitely an option for you. That's also linked down below. So yeah, that's the top shelf here. I'm trying not to fall down the stairs. This is the top shelf here of what I've got going on. I definitely want to get at least one more of those lights to put right in the center. It looks darker than it actually is. All of these lights are quite lit up, to be totally honest with you. It just is my wonderful phone, because that's what I record on. Okay, so if we go down a shelf, I have this 3-arm gooseneck here with the blue and red lights. So the plants down here are actually really enjoying it. As much as I'm not a crazy fan of these lights, it's doing well, and they're kind of serving a purpose at this point, because the plants that are under them are really they're really flourishing. So here is, let's see here, we'll run you down. So my Monstera adansonii round form, my Peperomia ruby ripple, I think it's called. My caladium is still looking fantastic. The leaves aren't quite as big as they once were, but it's still doing really well. Here I have a project. So I've put this Trio Star in Leca, and we're going to see how that goes. I have a little strawberries and cream ficus back there. And here I have all of my calathea. So we have my Macayana, we have my medallion, we have my rattlesnake, my little green Maranta, and then my variegated Maranta, which all look pink and purple and whatever. So down here, these guys are kind of in the process of being nursed back to health. So this is Calathea Rosie. I have my Calathea White Fusion, and then my regular green Maranta. So these guys are all pushing out lots of new leaves, which is fantastic. Oh goodness. So that's kind of that. Let me see if I can back up and give you like a full shot without falling down my stairs. We'll just do a swoop. I do have a couple plants up there. That is another area that I need to better utilize. But in order to do that, I need some lights like on top. So I need like those little focus, those little track lights or whatever. So that is that whole setup. Yeah. So up here, as always, I have my little propagation balls. And for those of you who are looking for better options other than having like little bottles and jars everywhere, these things are fantastic. So they just push into the wall. Let me see if I can see them here. They just push into the wall with these 4 tiny little nails, like that are already in a little plastic piece, and you just kind of hammer them in. And then they just hang on hooks. Let me see if I can show you. Whoop. So that's what the hook looks like. It kind of just looks like a command sort of thing. And then the back of the ball itself, pardon my brutal kitchen right now, is flat, and then has that little hole, and then it just kind of, it's hard to do with one hand. There we go. And they just kind of sit there. So those are fantastic. Another option that I really like for smaller spaces, and if you're trying to get plants up, are these white planters. I have 2 here with some Senecio that aren't doing so well. And then I have 2 over there across the room. And I absolutely love these things. If I could figure out a way to like fill that wall over there with these things and still be able to access my plants, I would absolutely do it. But yeah, so that is basically what I have going on here. And yeah, if I've missed anything, let me know. If I've skimmed over something too quickly, let me know. If you have any questions about anything that I've got here, by all means, again, let me know. Because it's very likely I've missed something. I was right. I missed this corner. So over here in this corner, I have some plants that just were in need of a little bit extra help. So I have set up these crates, and they are just sitting there with the spotlight directly on them, or the grow light, sorry, directly on them. Some are not doing the best. I also have my greenhouse. However, I do need to clean out this greenhouse. So that is a work in progress. So that is definitely another option for wintertime, obviously. And I do have lights in there that if you go and look at my grow light video, you will see those. Okay guys, so that's it. That is pretty much my setup. I know it was kind of quick. I mean, I didn't want to dwell on anything, so that's what I've got going on. So again, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them down in the comments. Also, I want to hear if you guys have any suggestions for anything that you think I could have changed or done better. Like I said before, I'm always open to constructive criticism. That's always the best, more friendly plant community kind. So go ahead and throw those down in the comments as well. Also, any of the stuff that I showed you, I have links for all of that down below. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. It's a huge help. The more that I'm growing here, and now that this is turning into something bigger and crazier, I want to be able to do things better for you guys. You know, I want to improve my video quality and the audio and all of these kinds of things, and the editing and whatnot. And you know, the more that you can watch a video all the way through, or you know, subscribe, or those kinds of things, those all help me in the long run to make better content for you. So again, I apologize for this quick random video. I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I had going on here. And I think I've said that 30 times now, so I'm gonna go. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, night, week, month, year. I love you to bitty bits. Mwah!